A phrasal verb is a verb followed by a preposition or an adverb. The combination creates a meaning different from the original verb alone. The preposition or adverb that follows the verb is sometimes called a particle. For example, to get can be considered as to obtain. I need to get a new battery for my camera. Transitive and intransitive phrasal verbs. Some phrasal verbs are transitive. Example, I made up an excuse. Excuse is the object of the verb. Some phrasal verbs are intransitive. Example, my car broke down. There is no object of the verb. Separable and inseparable phrasal verbs. Some transitive phrasal verbs are separable. Here, the object is between the verb and the preposition. Example, I looked up a word in the dictionary. Some transitive phrasal verbs are inseparable. Here, the object is placed after the preposition. Example, I will look into the matter as soon as possible. Some transitive phrasal verbs can take an object in both places. Example, I picked up the book. However, if the object is a pronoun, it must be placed between the verb and the preposition. Example, I picked it up. Subject and predicate. Every sentence has a complete subject and complete predicate. Subject. The complete subject tells us whom or what the sentence is about. For example, the house, the red car. Predicate. The complete predicate tells us what the subject is or does. Example, the house is white. The red car is fast. Having trouble finding the subject and predicate? Well, here's a way. To determine the subject of a sentence, first isolate the verb and then make a question by placing who or what before it. The answer is the subject. Consider the following sentence. The audience littered the data floor with torn wrappings and spilled popcorn. The verb in the above sentence is littered. Who or what littered? The audience did. The audience is the subject of the sentence. The predicate goes on to relate everything about the subject. What about the audience? It littered the data floor with torn wrappings and spilled popcorn. Phrase and clause.
Created using Powtoon.